What's good, guys? Welcome to another show of the edition of Juice Show. I'm your host, Gary Uso-Wong. I'm not alone in the studio today. We've got another set of guests here, and I want to welcome on two of Substance. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, man.
And no problem at all. I do believe we've got Tom in today and Grant, and you're Tom and you're Grant. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Sounds really good. And there's also another band member as well, and his name's Aaron. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He can't be here today, unfortunately. Yeah.
No problems. I want to say big up to Aaron. So big up to you, man. And so I appreciate you guys coming in today. So I just want to start off with two of Substance. Who actually came up with the name, and how did, and like kind of thing, what made you come? So who come up with the name, and what made you think of that name? Really, to be honest.
So Tom was volunteering in Africa at the time.
Oh, nice.
I'd just got back off a stint as well. And me and Aaron, we started the band, and we just didn't care about the name of the band. Yeah. We just thought, we're just going to come up with the most obscure name. So we went on bandnamegenerator.com for a laugh. And then it came up with a few suggestions, and we just mixed some of them together. I said, how about that? And he was like, go on, then we'll just stick with that to a Substance, why not? So, yeah.
I was, as you said, I was out in, at the time I was out in Africa, and I kind of just got a message on my phone while I was out there, and Grant just told me, this is the name, are you happy with it? And I just said, yeah. So as I said, we didn't really care about the name, it was more about the product.
Yeah, so. Nice. Sounds really good, and I just want to point out there, a very cool name there, guys, so big up to you both, a very cool name. Yeah, so next one says, like, I've been listening to some of your music and that on Spotify and things, and respect on that, because I've listened to a few tunes off there now, and I want to say you guys are smashing that and really enjoying that. So we'll talk about some of the individual tunes in a minute. But what I just want to kind of ask is, when it comes to genre, what do you class yourselves as genre? Because when I've listened to you seem to do a bit of variety. It could come across as rock, indie rock. How would you describe yourselves, and what genres that you do?
It's alternative rock, really.
Yeah, alternative rock. Yeah. It all kind of falls under one big umbrella of alternative rock, because it's like alternative indie rock kind of thing. It's not like we try and stay away from mainstream stuff as much as we can, but we try and make it sound as catchy as possible. I mean, we are willing to test new genres and sort of venture off into different styles and things like that. But once because the mission was, when we originally started in 2014, we were trying to really discover which one suited us best and which one we worked with best. And with songs like 864 Minimum and things like that, songs that are a lot more heavier than others, they tend to be the ones that captured people the most. Yeah. So we sort of settled with that one, but then obviously the curiosity of how we'd sound with different ones as well is always kind of there. So we're always looking for different. Just different ways.
And we enjoy playing the other stuff as well. Yeah. So even though we like doing the rock stuff, every now and then we'll just chuck out a ballad or a piano or an acoustic one, just because we love doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the reason why I asked about what genres, because I say, when I heard some of your songs and that, for me, you didn't just contrast on one genre, it was different genres. And I think it's good to show yourselves as a band that you're not just a one-trick pony. You can do all times, you can adapt to any situations, but also put your own spin onto it as well. So I think that's good, and that. So it's a variety thing, by you expressing the way with the music and that. So I'm just going to talk about your latest single now, because I say I've been on Spotify and seen it, and the latest single is called Before You Know It's Over. Is that right? Yeah. And it dropped on the 30th of May 2021 of this year. Is that right, I believe? Well, that's when it was put on Spotify,
yeah.
So I want to just give you a plug there, guys. Definitely check that out, because I've listened to it. Belted of a tune. Big up to you guys. Prop to you there. What I want to say is about the song and that, who actually wrote the song, and who came up with the song name?
Me and Aaron kind of wrote it together. Weird story though, everything that surrounds that. We started writing it after we just released our Amor ITP. Yeah. That was just before Halloween 2018, something like that. Yeah. So me and Aaron started writing it, and we didn't have a title or anything. We were just cool. And then I suffered a personal loss. A friend committed suicide in the middle of writing it. Yeah. And by that time, we had the song title, Before You Know It's Over. And we were whoa, coincidence. And so we just thought, we'll finish the song with her in mind. And then as we were getting ready to record it, I lost a family member through suicide, literally. And then the next recording we were doing was that song. Yeah. So I was like, what is it with this song? And so that was kind of that was kind of what that song's about, really.
I'm apologise about your losses there in my heart's with you. Life's so unkind. It certainly works in mysterious ways, doesn't it?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, it's no problems, man. So yeah, in regards to, like, for the band, like your inspirations and who you look up to and that, like your idols in music as a band, who are they? Who are they? You can certainly answer individual. Do you want to go first there, Tom?
Well, I mean, personally, if we're on a personal level, like I love Kurt Cobain, I love Nirvana, Dave Grohl.
You've got loads.
There's a lot, to be honest. Like, I mean,
I like the variety. Nice.
Yeah, Arctic Monkeys, Don Broco, Linkin Park, Chester Bennington, all sorts, to be honest. I've got...
Sounds good.
If I'm answering for Aaron, I know he's a big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
Yeah, John Frusciante, that was his idol.
Like, he's,
nice.
That was his... yours is...
Yeah. Go on, guess what mine is. You should know by now.
Beatles, Manic Street Preachers.
Oh, nice.
Go on, keep going.
Joy Division. A band called Versus the World, who we actually did our first gig with down in Plymouth.
Yeah.
A very long car drive to go to a venue called the Underground. And they're a band from America as well.
Oh, nice.
So they came over. We kind of we got in touch with them, and we
I like the variety.
They got us on the bill for first or second. We were on, wasn't it?
We were on before them.
Yeah, we were on just before them. So we were on just before them. It's kind of crazy story, but they're his favourite band of all time. And he's got the tattoo on his arm, which he just like pointed out to me then because I completely went blank. But
no, I've loved that band since the first album came out in 2005, and they're such a good band. But they're not like world famous. But if you're a wrestling fan, if you played the old wrestling games, one of their songs is on the game, and that's how I kind of come across with them. And I'm actually mates with them. It's just mad to think that.
Oh, my sense in a secret wrestling fan here.
We're wrestling fans. Yeah,
it's right. I'm a secret wrestling fan here myself as well. That's the bottom line. So what I want to say to you next is, have you like individual as a band, have you got like a dream collaboration that you'd like to do, either signed or unsigned artist?
God, that's a good question. That we haven't really thought of that way. The only collaboration we've done has been with Jenny Colquitt on our song Cyclone. But
we did originally plan to. We've just been talking about Versus the World. Donald Spencer's the lead singer of Versus the World.
Oh, nice.
And we were going to do a collab with him, but obviously, like, with him being in such a high profile band over in America, he's always busy and stuff. He just couldn't commit to it and stuff, which is totally cool. We understand he's a busy guy. So, like, that was the only other real time where we came close to a collaboration. But other than that, it has just been Jenny's, to be honest.
Right, sounds good. Well, I've actually listened to that song, Cyclone, and I really like. And I was actually going to ask you about how that collaboration came about with Jenny, because I actually know Jenny personally because I've worked with Jenny before. She's worked with her on a show a few years ago. So big up to her, Jenny, if you're watching. And so what I kind of wanted to say to you was, just in regards to how did that collaboration come about? Like, just, because when I was listening to the song and that, I find it kind of unique because, like, the contrast, I've heard three vocals on it, if I remember rightly, but the three vocals match on the song, so it's very, it works, it's tight, you know what I mean? It's really good. So how did it kind of come about, the collaboration, to get it going kind of thing?
So Aaron had the idea to have someone featuring in this song. He said, I think we should have someone featuring this bit. So I said, anyone in particular? And he went, just find someone on the internet. So I Googled local female singer, and Jenny was the first one that popped up. That's how quick it was.
Cool.
And then we messaged and we corresponded with each other, and then it just kind of went from there. But like, we met her on the day that she came down to record. That was the very first time we met, because it was in the third lockdown, like back in February.
Restrictions were still pretty tight.
Yeah, there was still, so she came in and she had the melody like sorted for her part, and we had the lyrics done for her, and then she just went in. She absolutely smashed it.
Sounds
awesome.
good.
Amazing.
She's really good.
Yeah, that's good. Well, no, definitely check that song out on Spotify, guys. Cyclone, great tune. I'd say, these guys are song featuring Jenny, so definitely get on it. Now, it's funny you should mention lockdown, because I was going to ask you about that. Lockdown certainly affected us all in different ways. Obviously it's affected you as a group, it's affected me individually, it's affected myself, everyone. It's affected everyone who's watching at home. It's been such a drag. It's been crazy, and it's been madness on it. Now, for me personally, I love music. Music's my life, for sure. And I'm sure it's like that with yourselves. You're big passion about music, and the heart and side that shows to me when I've listened to your songs and that, and after just talking to you now, I can see how passionate about it. How has it affected you? Because I've certainly missed performing on stage. How has it affected you as a band and even individually?
It's it hasn't really affected us as a band as such. Like, I mean, obviously we want to be gigging as much as possible. We do miss gigging 100%. The last gig we did was in Sheffield before all the lockdown stuff happened. And other than that, like it hasn't stopped us like full stop. Like we haven't just like sort of just went on a hiatus and just decided, oh, that all this is happening, we may as well not do anything. Like as Grant said, like we've written a lot of the songs that are going to be on our next album, like during the lockdown and everything, and you know, so it hasn't really stopped us fully. It slowed us down, but it hasn't stopped us altogether. So we have still been busy regardless. We haven't been able to practice, obviously, but now that things are starting to ease up a little bit more, and obviously we've been recording recently and stuff like that, we're starting to get back into the flow and the motion and stuff like that. So
how you get
I think individually, like obviously everything stopped, but we were just like, no, sod that. We're just gonna keep going.
Nah, nice. That's nice to hear that you've still kept on going and do your thing, and that just not letting that stop you for sure. So in regards to when you've done gigs and that, is there any like funny things that you've ever seen at a gig that you'd like to tell us, like a story about, like a funny time that's ever happened to you when you've been performing at a gig?
We signed someone's nipples. Afterwards, do you remember that? That sprung to mind straight away.
We did a gig down in Plymouth once. I told you about the one with Versus the World. And we did it at a venue called the Underground. And the fella, we were playing oh god, this engineer, we can't swear, can we?
No, I don't mind if you just want to swear, that's fine.
I won't, just for the sake of it. But this guy, the engineer that we had on the particular night, he wasn't the best guy. He was a bit of an, just gonna say, he was a bit of an asshole, to be honest. Basically, we were playing like our last song, and he cut us off halfway through. He cut off my bass, and he cut off cut your drums off as well. Wow. Cut us off halfway through the song, and like instantly we were all three of us were absolutely furious with it. You know,
we carried on.
We carried on.
Versus the World were in the crowd watching us, and they turned around and was like, "What are you doing?" And we carried on, and then after we come off, we were like, "Oh, dejected." But then Versus the World came up to us and went, "No, that was good that you kept going. It showed class." And we were like, "Oh wow." For me, it was like, keep giving me compliments. My favorite band.
And I'm just thinking to myself, what an unprofessional thing to do. Like, I mean, you know, we're up here, like we'd only just started at this point as well. This was our first proper gig, and for that to happen on that night, I mean, as you said, it was dejecting. But then when Versus the World came up to us and they were telling us, oh, you know, keep your chins up and stuff like that, ignore guys like him and stuff like that. But instantly, it's just, I mean, it's not funny per se. Like now that we think about it, it is quite amusing. But other than that, like I can't really think of.
Oh, the Derby gig. Do you remember the acoustic gig? And we were introducing a brand new song, and this woman who was drunk, she come right to the front and she was singing the song, and she was like, "Do Mr. Brightside." We were like, "What? We're an acoustic set."
Oh no! All right. I just remembered one. So
go on then.
So we did a small charity acoustic performance at a place called the Dockside Inn in Runcorn. And what happened was they had all gazebos and like everyone was having picnics and like food and stuff like that. There was all performances going on, but as we got on stage, the wind started picking up. So this massive gazebo that was like put down on the ground in front of us, me and Aaron were playing I'm Getting By, weren't we? And as we were playing I'm Getting By, this gazebo like lifted up off the ground and everyone was running to grab it, and me and Aaron were just like absolutely peeing ourselves laughing. Like I could hear like Aaron like giggling as he was singing the song, and I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna have to stop because I'm laughing too much. But everyone was going nuts, everything was going everywhere, the wind was blowing people all over the place, and oh god, it was crazy, but it was hilarious.
Well, you know, some great stories there for sure, guys. So I'm just gonna ask you, and you know, some funny questions here. You see them funny in that. Who would you say is best dressed in the band?
Aaron. 100%.
Yeah.
You could take a model shoot of him in a pair of pajamas and he'd still look good. Honestly, he's dead photogenic. He's dead photogenic. Cool. Super photogenic. He's just got this. He's just got the best swagger out of all of us. Best hair, best beard, best clothes.
Do you know what he looks like? Mike Kerr from Royal Blood.
Does he? Yeah.
Like that style, everything. Really? That's basically Aaron.
Yeah. No way. That's right. Who's the funniest in the band?
Unintentionally Aaron.
Unintentionally.
Yeah.
How about the quietest one? Who's the quietest one in the band?
Aaron. It's a good thing he's not in it. Well, if he'd been here,
just in the band as well, is he?
Honestly, if he was sat here right now, it'd still be us doing all the talking. Yeah. He's just super chill.
We could say right now, for those who aren't watching this, that he is here, and they probably believe us.
He may as well be here because doesn't fucking speak.
And who's the ladies man in the band?
I'd say you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've been with my girlfriend since 2016, so I wouldn't say so much. But maybe for the first 2 years I was a bit. But
well,
I don't know.
When you were single in the band, everyone was like directed towards you.
Don't know why.
Right, so you just said to me that you know this is a little bit going off the music subject, like and that, but obviously wrestling. That obviously you'd have your wrestling theme tunes and that. You know, people coming down the aisle and that. Have you got a wrestling favourite theme tune?
Do you know what? I like the Miz's song.
Did you?
Yeah, and Alex Riley's by the same band, Downstate.
Nice.
They were really
top band, them really good band.
Yeah, amazing band.
Let's be honest with you, man. The Miz is awesome. It's nice. Shout out to the Miz.
Yeah.
How about yourself, Tom?
I don't know.
Cult of personality, living colour.
Nice.
I've always been a Triple H fan, so it's probably going to be Triple H.
Motorhead,
nice.
Any
he has such good themes. Motorhead, like Time to Play the Game, isn't it?
I mean,
King of Kings.
That's always been my favorite. It's just the one that's always stood out to me because since watched wrestling since I was 8. Triple H has always been the guy.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that I've always sort of focused on more than anyone. I mean, I was a big Eddie Guerrero fan and everything, but. He's always been the guy.
Massive Eddie Guerrero fan, me. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you said about Triple H and that he is a big part of the game, because he's not really, obviously he's not wrestling now. He's pretty much almost retired. I know he's not quite fully retired and something yet, but he's obviously doing his thing at NXT as well, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? For sure. Have you got a favourite wrestling catchphrase?
I don't know. Give me a hell yeah.
Yes, it's right, Tom. How about yourself, man?
I'd rather be hated for everything I am than to be loved for someone I'm not. That's a good one. Do you know who said that one?
I'm just trying to think. That puzzled me, that one.
Wrestling, or you?
It's a wrestling thing that someone said, yeah.
Oh, nice. Right. I thought Kurt Cobain said that.
Oh, no, but he was using wrestling as well.
It was nice. Yeah. I'm going to talk a bit more about the music now, of course, and that's obviously I've been online and I see you on Spotify and that. Where else can people find your music from on social media? Where? Everywhere, yeah,
literally everywhere. And that's another reason why we picked the name True Substance, because it's the most easy find for us. Like, there's obviously if you have band names that are other band names, people go, I found you, but this doesn't sound like it. But with us, it's like, we found True Substance, that's us. Right, that's us. Yeah.
And if you remember right, I think I've seen merch online, is that right?
Yeah.
So would you like to tell the guys where you can find some merch for yourselves as well?
Spring.com.
Spring.com.
Yeah, / True Substance.
Right, so you've heard it from me. Definitely check out that and buy some of the merch for the guys, definitely. Yeah. So I'm just going to get back to some of the songs now. And I saw it, as well as hearing like your latest single, I've also heard songs like The Good Times and Why Didn't You See? And of course, we mentioned before the feature with Jenny with Cyclone, and also as well as when it comes to song and that, is it just one set person who writes the song, or do you all have a dabble at it, or how was it, and how do you come up with the song name and that? Is it just what you're feeling at the time, kind of thing?
Mostly, we do have a dabble. Each of us, we do put on, so it is like a collaborative process. But like, I've wrote most of the lyrics, but I'm done with writing lyrics for now. I kind of want Aaron and Tommy to do more lyrics because they are good. I've just kind of like set that up, and I want them to kind of come up now and go. So I'm all right with that. But musically, we all write together everything pretty much.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right. That sounds really good. About music videos, have you got any music videos? You mentioned about music videos, so obviously, of course, I'm guessing the music videos are on YouTube. What music videos have you done?
We're in the middle of shooting our 14th music video.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's mad to say that.
A lot of them are already on Vivo. We have, do you say 14th then, yeah?
Yeah, Cyclone's the 14th.
Yeah, so we've got 13 already on Vivo. A couple of them are actually on our personal YouTube as well. But like we've done one for The Good Times. We've done one for older songs like 864. Like, might do one for Before You Know It's Over in the future, maybe, depending like if it's going to happen. But I mean,
sounds good.
Yeah, The Good Times, Nobody Cares. Yeah, we got loads of them. Yeah.
Well, definitely check them out. Make sure you check them out, guys. So if you were stuck on a desert island and you were stuck on a desert island for 2 to 4 years, but you could only take 5 songs with you, 5 personal songs, what would they be?
Help by the Beatles.
Nice.
Quite fair.
Right.
I'd say I'm trying to think of like desert island pun songs. Like Help. No, honestly, I'd take Beatles songs probably, because you just can never get bored of the Beatles, can you? Like, it doesn't matter what mood you're in, you can just chuck a Beatles song on and you feel better. So yeah, probably the Help album actually.
Nice.
That'll do me.
How about yourself, Tom?
I don't know.
Nice song choice there as well, man. Bless.
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I'm a big fan of Viola Beach. Well,
oh, nice.
You know,
such a top band then.
R.I.P. to them as
Rest
well.
in peace to them, yeah.
So I'd probably take a couple of their songs with me. Like one of my favourites by them is a song called Cherry Vimto.
Oh, nice. That's a tune. I like Swings and
Swings and Water Slides is another one that I'd take as well.
Yeah.
Swings and Water Slides. Yeah. And I'd probably take Help by the Beatles as well, to be fair.
It's my favourite Beatles song.
Nirvana, Come As You Are. And I don't know. Oh yeah, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
Nice.
I'm staying alive on the island for 4 years somehow.
Cool.
The Castaway soundtrack.
So I do believe in the band, Tom. You're the bassist, is that right, mate?
Yep.
Yeah. How long have you been playing bass for, mate?
I only really started playing bass literally just before we formed. Because we were talking about becoming a band even before I went to Africa.
Yeah, cool.
Yes,
cool.
We talked about it loads of times before. Yeah. And my auntie, who I was living with at the time, she owned bass guitar, so I was kind of I kind of just like taught myself while I was living with her, and like she'd always come down and catch me and say, "I've told you not to touch that," but I'd still be playing with and in the end, she actually gave it to me, and so I think I started playing probably about 2012. Yeah. And by 2014, I kind of peaked enough to get good enough to, sort of make songs and stuff. I'm a lot better than I was then, but I mean, so I've been playing since about late 2012, early 2013 maybe.
That was really good, man. How about yourself, mate?
Drums for me.
Sorry, I meant to say
drums. Yeah, drums. Yeah. I started playing when I was 11. My dad was a drummer and his dad was a drummer, so I felt like I had to be a drummer, basically. So my dad taught me, then I just kind of took it from there myself, and then me and Aaron were in bands together because he started playing guitar when he was 13, and then we were in the same school together. So we were in a band in school, and obviously playing drums, and he was on guitar, so we always had that chemistry together musically. And then when To A Substance started, again, me and Aaron just started and picked up like where we left off, and he said, "Who should we have on bass?" And I went, "There's only one person that should be on bass, and that's Tom."
Nice, I like it. Well, judging from what you're telling me, and I can see that you're tight, you're like a unit, you're not just friends, you're like brothers, in the band, which is great, and it's nice to see, of course. Anyone got any nicknames in the band?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, not nicknames per se, but definitely persona, sort of judgment kind of thing. So like Aaron's the quiet one.
Yeah, he's the George Harrison.
Yeah. He's the quiet one. Yeah. I'm the I guess you ladies, the ladies man.
Well, the James Dean. The James Dean. Yeah.
And
I'm like Samwell Tarly, I guess.
Yeah, he's Samwell Tarly from Game of Thrones, because the resemblance is honestly uncanny.
Yeah, not now like with my hair, but not now. I had his exact hairstyle.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I met Gary Neville at an airport in France, and we took a selfie together and put it up. And then, like 2 days later, you put the photo up of me next to Samwell Tarly, and someone commented to say, "Didn't you meet Samwell Tarly the other day?" And I went, "No, it was Gary Neville." And they were like, "But I just see that." Honestly, for that, I met him over Gary Neville.
I do want the fella who plays Samwell Tarly to actually see him in person one day.
Oh, cool.
A little side story there about that. I was in Liverpool. This was like when I looked like him at my peak, and this guy was convinced that I was John Bradley West, who plays Samwell. And his mate came up to me, and this was a bar in Liverpool, and he went, "Listen, I know you're not him, like, but my mate there is convinced that you're Samwell from Game of Thrones. Could you just go along with it? I'll get you a drink." So I went, "Okay, Sam." And then he went back to the table and he's like, "It's him. Go and ask him for a selfie, or whatever." And he come up, took a selfie with me. He tagged John Bradley West with me, and then John Bradley West commented saying, "Mate, that's not me."
I love it, man.
And I got a free drink out of it.
Ah, nice. It's right.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. So I was going to say next to you guys. So gratitude's important for me, and like what's important to you, and what are you most grateful for? So like three things for you. So do you want to answer first, Mum?
My family is the number one.
Yeah, it's
absolute number one. They've been the most supportive.
Yeah.
Not just for the band, but just the fact that they allow me to explore myself musically when I was a kid. Yeah. It's definitely my family, Aaron and Tommy.
Yeah.
Straight away. Nice. And then honestly, after that, it's just my extended friends, like everyone who's just always supported us, who come to watch us play. Nice. I mean, it's just, I can't be more grateful.
That's I'd say the exact same as him, just family, friends, and obviously Grant and Aaron as well, because like obviously without them, I'm not doing anything, But obviously our family and friends have all been, like said, we've been dead supportive all the way through. They've helped us. We recently had a crowd fundraiser to help us, fund our latest album as well. So that instantly just like backs it up. You know what I mean? So just the biggest praise goes to everyone who's ever supported us. Seriously.
Really good. Individually, what's the best concert you've ever been to?
I went to see Good Charlotte with Aaron about 5 years ago, and there was a mosh pit in the thing. This guy,
I know what story he's gonna tell.
This guy kept he was by himself and he was jumping up and down. He kept elbowing me and Aaron. We were like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And then he got to the point where the mosh pit was getting bigger and bigger, and he just kept elbowing us. And me and Aaron just looked at each other, didn't say anything, and just went right, and we just pushed him into the mosh pit, and he disappeared. We'd never seen him again, and we were laughing our heads off. And Good Charlotte were playing as well, so we're like, "Yeah, that's cool."
Oh, nice. How about yourself, Tom?
Best concert I've probably ever been to was I mean, I've been to that many that it's hard to like sort of pinpoint a different one, just purely for uniqueness, because all concerts are the same to me. Like obviously the bands are different, but the atmosphere is always boss. I'd say one that would probably stand out to me more than any. I went to see a band called Normandy.
Oh, nice.
In Manchester in the Deaf Institute, and the atmosphere in there was absolutely unreal. Like I have never been to a gig where everyone, like even the people at the back, were jumping up and down. And usually you'd only get that at the very front. You wouldn't get that right at the back. But everyone, I mean, it's not the biggest event, like not the biggest venue, but the fact that it can fit over at least 250 people, 300 maybe, and all of them simultaneously bouncing up and down at once. I thought the floor was going to give way, man. Because we were upstairs, man. And
no way.
Honestly, like when my favorite song, I've got a favorite song by them called Awakening. When that came on, the whole place went nuts.
No way.
Like, but that's probably the one that stands out to me the most.
Sounds really good.
That was brilliant. One of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Sounds boss. Have you guys ever met anyone famous?
I used to be a security guard, so I'd do autograph signings for celebrities. Alberto Del Rio, when he was WWE champion, and he had the championship belt with him. That was pretty cool. I guarded Enter Shikari, Bring Me the Horizon, Take It Back Sunday, All Time Low, and Alberto Del Rio. There were a few. They were all sound as well. Probably good. God, I'm trying to think if anyone. I really can't think right now.
I met a couple of famous people. I mean, I did like extra work on Hollyoaks as well, because I'm an actor as well.
Oh, nice, mate.
I've met a few people from the Hollyoaks cast. I've been to Comic-Cons and met famous people. I've met Sting. I've met Christian, who's my favourite wrestler of all time.
Oh, nice.
I've met quite a lot, to be honest. I've got my memory's super vague when I try and think hard for some reason. But
Aaron met Nicole Scherzinger. He told me that.
Nice.
He chatted with Nicole Scherzinger. It was like the most random encounter ever.
Yeah, nice. Is right.
Well, that's all I can think of.
Well, just before I wrap things up, I'm just going to ask you this question. Have you got any up and coming shows that you'd like to plug?
No, we had one booked in a place called Jimmy's, but obviously for non-disclosure, we're not going to disclose the reasons, but we had to cancel that gig, and I think we wouldn't have been able to have done it anyway because of Boris Bojo. Just with the pushback from the 21st of June and everything. So I don't think that would have happened either way. But We're hoping to get some more dates booked in. Hopefully we can get one in before the end of 2021 because like we're in June now. It's mad how quick this year's gone. But if we can get one in before 2021, fantastic. But we definitely 100% will be gigging by 2022. That's cool. 100%.
I suppose the only thing we've got coming is the album.
Yeah,
that's it. Just a new album coming out. That's pretty much it.
Right. So I know you guys are on there. You know, you're on YouTube, you're on Spotify, and you're on Instagram. When they type it in, is it just Two of Substance, or do they need to add anything, or do you guys just come up?
Just Two of Substance. TWO of Substance. That's it.
Right. I get you.
Easy as that.
So so make sure, guys, that you check out all the stuff, all the guys' stuff and that on all them various social medias. I just want to leave up with this because we're all three of us are wrestling fans. I'm a massive Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. So would you like to give me an outro on one of his sayings yourselves just before I let you go?
A Stone Cold Steve Austin outro.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
It's right, I like it. Well, I just want to say to you, give me a hell yeah, guys.
Hell yeah.
It's right. So yeah, I just wanted to, thank you guys for coming in and that. It's been a pleasure, and it's been a pleasure talking with you today.
Thanks for having us, man.
Absolutely loved it, man.
No problem. I've had fun, really enjoyed it. Thanks for coming in. So this has been your show, Juice to I'm your host, Gary Who's So Wrong. This has been Two of Substance. So I will see you guys down the road. I'm out. Speak to you all soon. Catch us down the road as well at home. Bye-bye. Peace out.
Peace.